Hello and welcome back. Frejid here, and I am doing something not very fun, but I'll just show it to you. So I don't know if you read the comments on the last video, or if you saw the end of the last video. You saw me fall through one of these and get stuck underneath this obsidian floor. This is only one block thick, and underneath there's still a bunch of lava. And as you can see, some of these are now a little bit empty. I am trying to clear this whole lava lake out, but it is taking quite a bit of time. As you can see, it's pretty big. I've cleared all the way back there and all the way back here and up around this corner over here. It's not nearly as deep in this area, so I've still got a ways to go, as you can see. Oh, it looks like maybe I got all of this. That's good. So yeah, I've just been... I'm not going to do that, but I'll show you what I've been doing. I do this, and then start trying to destroy as many of the source blocks as possible, like so, reaching as far back as I can, and then yeah, and I'm out of gravel. I'm gonna have to get all my sand. I had, I think, about maybe 10 stacks of gravel, and of course when you pick up the gravel again, sometimes it gets turned into flint, and so now I have about 4 stacks of flint and 6 stacks of gravel, or fewer than that even. But you can see the reason that this lake is so deep is and so big, I guess, is, you know, it starts up there, but it goes down to the bedrock here, and some of the bedrock is deeper than others, so it's all filled with lava all the way down, and so it actually takes quite a while. And it continues in this direction as well. I started going this way and I realized it's kind of a waste. I think somewhere around here, we're right underneath the thermopile power room. And I don't really need to clear out all the rest of that, so I'm just going to leave that. But I would like to at least get underneath the floor of the ravine here. See? Cleared out. And I was wrong about, I thought I'd place blocks underneath every single one of these guys, but I've already found quite a few that did not have anything underneath, which is probably what happened when I fell through last time. So I'm not sure that would have saved me, but it probably would have helped. But as you can see, I think we've only come to about somewhere around here, and there's a lot left to do. But we're making it. We're getting there. So I'm going to keep working on that off camera. And probably the next time I record will be a day or two later. But hopefully I'll have it all done by then. And that's not to say that it's going to take me like 2 straight days of doing this. It's just that I don't have a whole lot of time to play every day. So since clearing this out is going to take quite a while, one of the things I thought I would do to break up the monotony, rather than trying to clear the whole thing at once, is do a little bit at a time and then take a break and do little mini projects around the base. Because one of the rules that I had given myself when I started this LP, thunder but no rain because we have the glass cover. Yeah, one of the rules that I had given myself when I started this LP was to not have any mundane, regular doorways or entrances or staircases. And I've been kind of lazy about that. I've been busy doing other stuff, I guess. And, you know, like I've got my ladder going up to the surface out there. Anyway, I don't want to ramble too much, but the idea is I'm going to start doing these little mini projects. Would you shut up? So things like this door, I'm gonna do like a secret piston door or something here, and that door over there, and this entranceway shouldn't be just an open hole like that. What else? Just little things like that around the area. I'm sure I'll find. This trapdoor is sort of okay, but maybe I can think of a cooler thing to do there. Maybe the entrance to the drop shaft up there. So yeah, that's the plan for this episode. I'm going to clear out some of this underground area for a bit, and then do a little mini project, and then clear out some more, do another mini project. So I think we'll start with this door here, and I need to go make some circuits and stuff, but none of these are going to be super fancy. They're going to be fairly simple. So what I think I'm going to try and do is I think I'm going to have 2 of these type of blocks here, and just have 2 pistons beneath, and try and do a double piston extender that'll pull this block down and then extend up and pull this block down. And I've never built one of those before, so I'm not sure if I can fit it into this space. It's okay if I have to put a few more blocks over here to hide anything, but I'm hoping I won't have to. So yeah, let me get started on that, and I'll meet you when I've got all this. Oh, and the other thing about it is I want to have the entrance, the switch for it kind of secret. So, I mean, not super secret, but I'm thinking I'll put a pressure plate right here. And since this is all hollowed out now underneath here, it should be pretty easy to just run a wire over there for all the circuitry. Okay, so all I've done so far is collect a few things, and I put a pressure plate right in front of the alloy furnaces right there, and that is connected to the other pressure plate that I put on the other side of the door over here. And I dug this hole, so this is where the door used to be. This is where the pistons are going to push up. I'm not entirely sure how to do the double piston extender with RedPower, because it kind of relies on some glitchy behavior in vanilla Minecraft. So I haven't tried it before. We'll have to see if it's going to work. I might have to resort to using some vanilla redstone. But I can at least put together the circuit that will control it from the switches, and then I'll have to do another circuit later to get the actual pistons to work. There. So the other thing we want is a pulse former going that way, and another pulse former going that way. So the right one should go off when this flips across, and then when the timer, then when the timer stops, the left one goes. Okay. So now we just have to hook up. The right one will be the on, the left one will be the off. So that's all ready to go. I need to get different colored wire for those. I only brought one color. And now we need to figure out how to do the pistons, because I don't actually know. And once again, I didn't bring a screwdriver. Seems like I always forget to bring my screwdriver. That's okay. I think we want to do it like, let's see. I guess we want to do it like this. Nope. Can't jump. Okay. Now I can't get out. Well, okay. The abundance of torches up above here now might suggest that these lava pools are empty, and that's because this entire thing is now hollow. It even sounds hollow, doesn't it? I got kind of carried away into a rhythm, you know, just dropping gravel and sand and getting rid of all the lava. So I haven't gone too far in this direction yet because this is not under my base, although there's some diamonds. I mean, it's under the base, but it's not under the big part of the ravine. I still haven't done much more with this yet. We'll get back to that in a minute. But this is the entire ravine. This was all completely filled with lava. And I even dug out underneath some of the bedrock here where there was still lava, even though it wasn't, it was covered by bedrock like this. There's probably lava in this block, so I wanted to get rid of all the lava under here in case I ever build something down here and don't have to worry about things starting on fire. But yeah, this was a huge lake down here, and it went all the way up here, of course, but was much easier to fill out on this end. And so you can even see up here a little bit. We're almost at the mob spawner, and it even goes, I guess I didn't extend this all the way. Oops. I've put up blocks underneath all of the lava lights in the floor, so now I can go back in and refill all that. I've got to go get a bunch of buckets of lava now. Is that where I'm trying to go? No. There's also a whole section, yeah, over this direction, which there's still a little bit more lava, I think, back here behind all this. There's still some lava, but that's not a big deal. This is off to the side. I think over here we're kind of underneath the well, where the potions are now, the potion room, the amazing potion room. But we're, you know, like 2 stories down in the sub basement, which is kind of what this reminds me of. Actually, it really feels like a unfinished basement to me. Just with a very, very rough floor, kind of place you go down and get filthy and come back up and you want to take a shower and change your clothes. But yeah, I'm sure we can do something pretty cool with this area at some point. Not sure what yet. If you have any specific ideas, I'm all ears. And oh yeah, there's still, I think there's still some lava in this direction, maybe. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, whoops. But and probably back in there. Yeah, there's some gravel there. So, but don't care too much about that right now. I probably should come down here and clear out all the goodies that have been left behind. Get my fortune pick and grab some of this stuff. And I need to, like I said, get all of these things filled with lava again so that I can take away the torches up top. There were definitely a lot of these lava lights that didn't have anything beneath them, and so that's obviously why I died in the last episode. A lot of them also just had gravel, and I'm not sure if you could kind of glitch through the gravel when you fall through as well. But that is where we are. So it goes all the way down. I'll show you that hole that I dug out. It's right here. And it goes a little bit further, so probably about here. I think once we get into this area, it's just 1 block of obsidian thick. So there's no lava actually underneath any of this, or never was. Alright, I just wanted to show you a small amount of progress I've made on this door, but just so I don't get too far ahead of you and you can sort of see how it's evolving. But I've changed this circuit. It's the same circuit, it's just a little more compact. But it's not exactly the same because I switched out the toggle switch with a RS latch because I realized that if it was a toggle latch there instead, every time you step on the pressure plates, it would toggle it back and forth, and so the door would go up and down. I might get in some kind of weird state that way. So I just want to make sure that the entire circuit completes before so the door is down for the same amount of time every time the button is pressed before it goes back up again. And so by using an RS latch, when this side gets powered, it can't get powered again until the opposite side gets powered first. So as long as the timer is running, this side will stay powered, so you can step on the pressure plates as much as you want and it won't change the circuit at all. The other thing I wanted to show you is that trying to wrap this up in the bundled cables to make it a little bit easier to follow for myself as well as you guys. And so basically, and I'm using different colors for everything as well. So the orange line is just the input from the pressure plates. The cyan and pink lines here are for the opening and closing circuits output from the timer here, and will go into another circuit that we haven't built yet for each one. So right now it's let's see, it'll be closed by default. So right now it's on the cyan side, which is going to be the closing circuit. Pink will be the opening circuit. And what's going to happen is we're going to pull pink out of this bundle at some point, maybe over here, and build our opening circuit. And then the output to that circuit will go back in the bundle as these other colors. And the same thing with the closing circuit. So there are basically 4 positions for the pistons. There's this piston has the green position. This piston will have both the red and the purple position because it'll get pushed up. And this white one is for this piston here. So those are our 4 outputs. We got green, red, purple, and white. So what we need to do here is pull pink out, build a circuit that outputs the correct timing for those 4 colors for opening the door, and then we need to pull cyan out somewhere else, maybe in this direction, and build the correct circuit that outputs those 4 colors for closing the door with the right timing. And this way we're sort of reusing the same wiring. There's not a whole lot of jumbled crisscrossing and stuff. And I think it's a little bit easier to understand that way as well. You've got like 3 separate circuits that all input and output to the same ribbon, the same bundle cable. Okay, so just as I was about to hook up the first circuit over here, I realized that I had these pistons in the wrong position. So I had to raise them up one, which means I had to get a little creative with the wiring here. So we've still got this orange wire hasn't changed from the previous part of the video. We've now got this green wire snaking around. I had to put a panel cover strip right here so it wouldn't attach to this piston, and I'm hoping that that will stop the signal from activating the piston, but I kind of think it won't. Pistons are pretty greedy about where they grab their power from. They'll grab it from just about any block nearby, and so I'm a little worried that this is going to cause some trouble, but I'll give it a try first. So now the white didn't change, but these other positions did. So now we've got red on the bottom, then purple, and then green will be the next one up. And that's because this piston's going to push this piston up one, so it'll be here. And then the green one will be able to activate it when it's up here, so that it can reach this top block. That's the hope, anyway. So yeah, it's looking a little more complicated, I guess, but it's really not. It's just you have to find a route for the cable to go. If you know where you want it to end up, and you know where it's coming from, you just have to start placing blocks and panels and covers until you get it in the right position. All right. Okay, time for another progress update. I've had to change things a little bit again. If you remember, there was a purple wire here before and the red wire down here, and the problem is when the purple wire, which was right there, was active, it was actually triggering the bottom piston and not the top one. And that's the kind of thing I was afraid of with the way I had the green wire before, but it turns out the green wire wasn't a problem. It was that purple wire there. And I tried a few different configurations and could not figure out a way to get to power this piston from this level, basically, without powering this one instead. So I used that, I guess, principle to my advantage at this point. I don't know if this is going to work out, but so now the green wire is the old purple wire and green wire combined. So this is just going to be, oops, the timing on this thing has to be pretty accurate. But basically, whereas before I was going to have the purple wire go on for a second and then the green wire go on once this piston is up above, now I'm going to use the green wire to turn this piston on when it's in this position as well as this position up here. So there's that, and I've also got the closing mechanism, the circuitry here working. So here again is our cyan wire coming out from that pulse, which is going to be the default position, but if the door is open, the timer will go around and then it'll hit this to close. And what will happen is it'll first go through this pulse generator, sending a pulse to the green wire, which again is going to make this top piston go up once, so it'll push up a block. It'll go up really quickly and then back down. It's just a single tick pulse. That's what they call a smart piston, if you haven't heard of that term. It's a smart piston because this is actually a sticky piston, but even if there's a block that it's stuck to, if you send it a one tick pulse, it'll just push the block up and then retract without keeping it stuck to it. And if you do it again, it'll pick up the block again and then bring it back down. So we have our first pulse that pushes that block up. Then there's a very fast delay. This is a repeater with nothing set on it, so it's like a one tick delay. Another pulse going to the white. The white is this repeater here. So we first have our green pulse, which will push a block up one. There'll be a block in this space as well, so the white will go next. And again, it's a single tick pulse, so it'll just push a block out and then retract. And finally, after that pulse, we go through another one single tick repeater and hit an RS latch, which will switch to the green line and permanently keep the green line on, which will keep this pushed up. So the second block that was pushed over by the white gets pushed up again by the green, and now we have two blocks in there in the closed section with this piston extended. And it'll stay that way because the RS latch over there will keep the green line powered. So again, when we step on a pressure plate, which activates the orange line, that'll send a pulse to the pink line, and the pink line will come over here and reset this RS latch so that the green line will turn off and the piston can retract. So that'll be the first stage of opening. It'll pull down that first block, and that's all we've got so far. So in a way, the this last little bit here on the pink line is actually part of the opening circuit, but it's over here with the closed circuit. So we're going to build the opening circuit next over here. Or I guess I'm going to do that off camera. And I'm doing it off camera just because there's a lot of trial and error involved, and it's probably not that interesting to see me sort of stumble around and fail until something works. So I'd rather wait until at least I get something interesting, whether it works or not, and show you the progress. So I will see you in a little bit. So yeah, here's the circuit for opening, and I realized that it's not finished. I thought it was, but I just realized it's not. But I'll try and walk you through what happens here. So we already know that the pink line is going to reset the green line, so that'll pull the piston down. The next thing it does is it sends, sorry, goes this way. It sends, after a short delay, it sends a pulse to the white line, which is the side piston here. So first this comes down, then this is going to send a pulse, so it's going to grab the block that this pulls down. So there'll be a block here. Then after a longer delay, it trips this RS latch on a timer so that the red line stays on for a short amount of time. The red line is this bottom piston here, so this is going to push our top piston up since nothing will be in the way, and that'll stay up for however long this timer is set to here. Then right after that happens, we send another pulse to the green line, which is the top line up here, which when this piston is up here, it'll get a pulse from the green line, which will make it quickly snap up and grab the top block and pull it back down. And that's where I realized I'm not done. So after that, I still need to add 3 more pulses. One pulse to send the red, the red will come down on its own. And then we just need to send one more pulse to the green to grab the block that it leaves right here. So I think that's all. So I just need to add like another repeater and another pulse former and another green line out. And I think that'll do it. It's very close. The timings I think are a little bit off. I'll show you how it works right now. See, it's not grabbing that last one for some reason until the end here. But I've been working on this for a while now, and it's late and I'm tired, so I'm going to take a break and come back to it tomorrow, hopefully with the fresher brain. Alright, I'm back. It's been a whole day since the last time I recorded. As I said, I did get a little bit of time to kind of rework some of this. Let's see here. I reduced this down to only two pulse formers. I had 3 here before. I don't know. I was just trying to compact the circuit a little bit. I did actually, I don't know if I had all this working. I didn't have this all working, did I? Last time I recorded. So yeah, I got it all working. And had to change a few things around a little, not too much, just add a few blocks so that I could get the wires to connect correctly and make sure I had the right circuitry. That's right, I was missing this second. This line has to fire twice, and I only had it firing once last night. So now, what happens is when the red line turns on, it sends, there's a delay here through a repeater, and then it sends a pulse straight to the green line. And then over here we have a NOT gate, so this circuit does the opposite of that circuit. So when the red line turns off, this one will fire. And again, there's a slight delay, and then another pulse former, so the green line gets fired again. So what that basically does is it makes the green line fire, the red line comes on, the green line fires, then the red line goes off and the green line fires again. And that's because this is the circuit for closing, for opening. And when the second block, everything's, I'm going to get rid of this block so we can see it. When that second block is still up there, we need the bottom piston to push up, so that's the red line. Then the green line fires to grab it, and then the red line comes down, and then the green line fires to grab the block again, so it pulls it down twice. And we can actually show it to you. I have a little button over here. I'll just have to turn around really fast, I guess. Let's see. So there it is, open. And after about 8 seconds, it'll close. And the closing is a lot easier because a piston can push more than one block, but since it can only pull one block, we have to do all that fancy stuff pushing a piston up. So let me put the block back and I'll show it to you from above. And just to talk a little bit more about the circuitry down here, I really wanted to try and keep it sort of separate and easier to understand than if I had just come in here and shown it to you all at once. So this we've already explained a couple times. This whole section is just the closing circuit, and this whole section is just the opening circuit, with the exception of this, the pink line there starts the opening. So I will be providing a world download this time, and of course you do have to be on Minecraft 1.2.5 since that's the latest that RedPower is on. But yeah, if you want to take a look at it, it's really not as complex as it might look. There's just a lot of wires, a lot of different colors, but that's just to try and keep it a little more organized. And the whole trick to this, to getting this kind of double piston extender to work the way it's working, is just to get the timing right. Actually, I'd say there are two tricks. The first trick was identifying the right spots to apply the power. And as you saw before, I thought I needed to put it here as well, and figured out that that's not really necessary. In fact, causes problems. So I've got my three outputs, the white one, the green one, and the red one. Those are my only three outputs. And it's just a matter of getting the timing of the circuit so that it's firing each of those outputs at the right time. This is the only opening from outside, the only switch. It's just a little pressure plate here in front of the furnaces, alloy furnaces. You step on it, you get 8 seconds to get through the door. Doesn't matter if I step on this one, and then the door will close. So here's a pressure plate to get back through. Just does the same thing, and 8 seconds later, it'll close. Just like that. So yeah, it's a little inconvenient out here to have to come all the way over here, but it's cool because it's sort of hidden. And you don't have to sprint or anything. I think 8 seconds is a pretty good amount of time. I didn't even really play with that too much. I just guessed, and 8 seconds seems to be okay. And you may have noticed I've prettied this place up a little bit. You still got the stairs here, which isn't that pretty, but I thought this could be sort of like a secret vault area, even though it's really just a hallway to behind the storage. But since I'm running out of storage anyway, and I'm not quite ready to make my huge storage room yet, this will be like a secret storage in the back. And these are the green blocks back there are RedPower emerald blocks made out of 9 emeralds each, and those are ruby blocks made out of 9 rubies. And we got our diamond and our gold, and so I've got, yeah, here's blocks of gold, blocks of iron. Here's all the lapis, ruby, emerald, sapphire, diamond blocks, and nothing in there. And this is all iron here. And again, we've got some gold accents. Those are sapphire blocks behind these chests, which are kind of hard to see. And these chests are empty too for now. But so the idea is I'll be putting like more valuable stuff back in here, and back here I'm not even sure what I'll do yet. And then it's still very rough over here. This is just all unfinished, and this goes back behind the farm area and to the outside world. And this goes up to the where my sort of bed is, and the hallway up there. So in case you didn't know where any of this stuff was. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's totally not practical, but it's a cool little touch, and that's the kind of thing I want to do kind of everywhere. So I'll probably do something with this door at some point. So yeah, I think that does it for this episode. Can't think of anything else that I was going to do, so I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.